back, agents. So today we're going to go over 2 builds every beginner should create. Now this is going to go over 2 builds that are pretty strong in some challenging content, even heroic. The first thing we're going to get into is the skill build. The first thing we'll talk about. Now the skill build with the Refractor gear set is going to be able to help us get into those challenging areas, some of the harder stuff, and still be tucked away. We're going to utilize our striker drone and our assault turret to really take down a lot of the enemies. We're also going to utilize the Capacitor, which we'll get into soon. The next is our survival run and gun build based off of striker gear sets. We're going to go ahead and get those striker gear sets, but we're going to alter it a little bit, and you'll see it in the breakdown a little bit later here. We're utilizing the Crusader ballistic shield and the Reviver hive. Now some people utilize a decoy instead of the Reviver hive, but that's strictly up to you. Also, yes, in this gameplay I am utilizing the turmoil. Now you can replace your chest piece with the turmoil, but please keep that backpack as it gives you your health back. It's giving you that armor back, so keep that at least. But the turmoil can help destroy everything. And like I said, the shield gives you that overcharged armor back. It's phenomenal.
Turret disabled. Additional turret still online.
Now these are 2 builds you can take into each content, each season. You don't have to worry about mods or anything like that, which do help. So the first thing we'll talk about is the striker survival run and gun. And you're going to go 4 parts striker build, and with the 4 part here is striker's gamble. Weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up 100 times. This is huge, and every time you're shooting and getting more damage over time. So we're going to build a lot of this off of crit hit chance and crit hit damage. That's what you want to roll everything with, because we're going to try and change that core attribute to armor. That's the big thing. We're trying to change that core attribute to armor. So reroll if you can, get those drops. The chest piece, now this is one of the non-4 pieces, but we're also going to roll with crit hit damage and crit hit chance as best we can. We're going to re-roll with armor as well, but it's the obliterate that's so big on this. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds. It builds it so well, and this helps demolish things. Along with that, we have our backpack. Now this is what's going to keep you going. Once again, roll with the crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and you want Bloodsucker. This is the big part of this build here. Killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 10%. Alright, so that's going to give you your armor back as you keep killing and dominating through this thing. Now we also want our crit hit chance to be at the minimum 40%, because the more you have for your crit hit chance, the more you're hitting, the more crit hit damage you're doing, but don't sacrifice that crit hit damage either. Now we're going to be using, like I said, our skills, Crusader ballistic shield. We're going to use the ballistic shield, which with tier 5 here, we've got that active health regeneration, the shield health, everything. It's really boosted up. We're also using our Reviver hive just in case we go down. We've got something to pick ourselves back up. But some people would rather have the decoy. Now the decoy is great. You toss it out, they shoot at that, you shoot at them. It's good stuff. But you don't have that backup of getting you back up. Now we are running with specialty build here, but some of the guns I want to talk about, St. Elmo's engine. That's my go-to myself, because it's got some good stuff. You can shock people as you're shooting. That kind of stuns them. But definitely try and get these rolled with damage to targets out of cover. That's what you want to try and roll these to. Now there's plenty of good ARs out there. We're running with an AR. That's what we want to go with. Mainly because our build is targeted towards ARs, especially with that Fenris. Now you got a couple of things here. If you got the Caretaker in last season, this is a good one to have. Honey Badger is good. Invisible Hand, that one's got some great RPMs. All of this, solid choices. There's plenty of other stuff out there. I know there's some good stuff coming out. Go ahead and grab some of these, and you're gonna have a good time. Alright, so let's talk about our secondary weapons. Any weapon is a good choice. I mean, go for it, whatever you want. Mine is the Dark Winter SMG. I love this thing. It just demolishes. It's got perfect killer, which harmonizes with this so well. But anything you're really comfortable with, if you want an LMG or you want a marksman rifle, something that just kind of pumps down range a little bit, go for it. The pistol, what I'm rocking is the Harvest. Now you can rock anything else, but this is mainly if you run out of shots. I've got Lucky Shot on mine just in case I need to tuck under cover and take some shots and get that. But yeah, anything really works. The TDI card, that's a good one. Profit, that's a good one. You know, just anything for when you run out of those main ammo and you want to dump rounds and try and get yourself out of there. But any of those will work. Now let's talk about our skill build. This is solid stuff. Refractor skill build. You're going to have 4 parts here, but notice we've got our chest and our backpack still as our gear set instead of the chest and backpack being a brand set. So we're going to start off with Refractor with the 4-piece has Return to Sender. And this is a big thing here. It's going to be giving you your repairs back to you. And we're going to roll everything with skill damage and skill haste. The big thing we want with our chest being here is increased interest. Increase the repairs received from return to sender. This is going to boost that up from 10 to 25 and 20 to 35. And that's going to help bring it back for support builds as well to the other people. Now with the backpack, you've got over-engineered. While at full armor, repairs received from return to sender will provide bonus armor up to 80% of your total armor is coming back to you. So that's awesome. This is going to pretty much boost you into God mode here. Now with the Hana U, we're getting 2 pieces here. We got the mask and we got the gloves. They're both rolled with skill haste and skill damage, and they have that skill tier. They also have, as you can see here, the brand set traits that have skill haste and skill damage. So we're just really working on that skill haste, skill damage to boost that up. So once again, my secondary weapon that I'm running with is, of course, the Dark Winter. Test Subject is a great secondary boost into skills. I'm going to be utilizing the turret, the assault turret, as one of my skills. I can set this out there. It's just going to take on everything. But if I need something to chase someone down, I'm using that striker drone. These are both going to continuously put damage down range and keep you healed up, keep that armor going. Now, Capacitor, that's a good one. We'll get into that in a sec. This is my tech build, so I'm using this as my specialist. Now the Capacitor, once again, assault rifle, one of the best ARs in the game. I roll this with damage to targets out of cover, but the big thing here is capacitance. Now this is going to stack on your skills. Skills give you weapon damage. The more you pump into stuff gives you skill damage. So the more you shoot, the more skill damage you get. This is huge. This is such a good one. Alright, so where are we farming everything? Let's go to Countdown. You're going to go to the upper right side of your map. This is the best place to farm gear and farm gear fast. You can target gear. We're going to target things like the Refractor. We can go up here and we can target things like Striker, Battle Gear. You can go up, you can target any of the weapons you need. That's some good stuff there. Not only that, but you can also come over here and do mods. Skill attachments, mods, everything. So this is a great place to farm everything, but you want to do this smartly. So how we're going to set this up. We're going to go to Countdown. We're going to set up with challenging. We could do normal. We can do all that. It's fine. But challenging is where it's at. You're going to get better gear drops. You're going to have some people really running through there. And most people just run through this and burn it down anyway. It's great for getting this stuff done. And matchmaking is super quick. I don't know that anybody would really care too much about carrying 1 or 2 people through this. So knock through that, get your gear, build it up, and then now you can carry some people through. So let's talk about the Capacitor. Capacitor is, like I said, one of the best in the game. And you want to come over here to the Summit. Summit is where we're going to find that. And here with the challenges, just complete 5 challenges and you can unlock the Capacitor. Now, how do you do these? There's a lot of easy ones here. There's a lot of tough ones. Just do 5 easy ones and you can knock this out. and Bear Essentials with Bear Beyers. He's got some great videos on how to do these challenges, how to go through the summit. He's going to be putting out some more videos on this. There will be a link in the description. So go over there and visit him and see how he's doing, because he's got some great stuff for you. Like I said, do the 5, get the challenge reward, and I've already unlocked it, but you'll get it. So thanks for watching. Hope this helps, and see you out there.